welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all safe and healthy. So today I'm here to take a look at the 2021 Land Rover Defender. But before we take a look at the car, I just wanted to give thanks to VIP Launch here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for kindly accepting my request to make a video with their cars. And if you don't know about VIP Launch, I'll leave a link down to the Instagram below. And they have one of the best collections here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And also for those watching this video here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, I'll leave a location link also so that you can come visit VIP Launch when you want to. So now let's not waste any more time and take a look at the car. Okay, so here is the Defender 2021, and before we talk about any of the design, I'll just talk about the price. So this one is the standard Defender with the HSE trim P400, and that costs here is 450,000 riyals, which if you convert it to US dollars is around 120,000. There is a price difference between US market and Saudi market due to different tax laws and everything, so that's why it might be a bit higher the price over here. Now let's talk about the design. So this one is the 90 model. You also get a 110, which is basically 4-door, and the 90 is the 2-door. You have a shorter wheelbase also on the 90. So the design is definitely has changed a lot when if you compare it to the original Defender, but it has some of its elements like the squares and the semicircle over here. And I have the key over here is the standard Land Rover key, and when I press unlock, you can see the indicators are integrated into the squares, and this is how the LED daytime running lights look. So this one also has a bit of an option. It has a decal on the hood, and this decal, it shows 90. If you get the 110, it will obviously say 110. So you have some of the Easter eggs from the old Defender. On the old Defender, I think this was a bit of a structural part. You could even stand on it in theory. This one is part of the hood, and this is just a bit of a trim, just so that it can showcase some Easter egg in connection to the old Defender. Then you have the Defender written proudly on the hood in bold letters, and you have the Land Rover badge here on the side, and the Land Rover badge is also integrated with the radar sensor for the cruise control and all the safety systems. Then this one, I don't think it has any of the extra packs, like you can get the Explorer pack or Adventure pack. That's why there is no skid plate down below. Otherwise you get a silver colored skid plate if you go for the urban pack, and different packs also. Then on the side you can see the radiators. Let me just zoom in so you can see closer. So the radiators are just over there, and it obviously helps to feed air to the engine. And most of it, there is no fake vents here on the Defender, and all of it you can see is open and is there to feed air into the Defender. And you have the camera system here, which is for the 360-degree camera. And you have your parking sensors integrated over here. Also the fog lamps are in LED, and they are pretty bright. So that's all in the front, and since we're already at the front, we'll take a look at the engine. So let me just open it up, and there we go. It's on gas struts. This one is the P400. Sorry, there's a bit of a car moving around, so you'll get a bit of a noise. So this one, like I said, is the P400, and that means it's a twin turbocharged 6-cylinder. It has 400 horsepower, like the name suggests, P400, and it has 550 Newton meters of torque. So that's all in the engine department, and I believe it's mated to an 8-speed gearbox. So let me just close that up. Okay, so that's all on the front. Now let's take a look at the side. So this one is pretty well optioned. That's why you have these 23-inch wheels, and these are, the name of the wheels is right here. It's called Khan. I can't pronounce that right, or Khan, I believe that's what it says. Like I said, 23 inches on two 95 section tires. These are pretty huge tires. You also get all-terrain tires, but this one is definitely not all-terrain. These are meant to be driven on the road. On the tarmac, I mean, if you want all-terrain tire, they look a bit like this, and you get them on smaller wheels. So these are the optional wheels, and they also get you also get a bit of a machine cut version of them, but these are fully black, and they look pretty good. Then you have the brake disc behind. I don't remember the specification of the brakes, but I'll leave it in the corner down below for you guys. Then what else do we have on the side? Nothing else. You have these vents over here. On this model they are blocked off, but you also, this part actually gets connected if you go for the accessory that installs an external air intake system, which goes all the way to the roof. That is attached over here. You have your Defender badge here. Then you have your side mirrors here, which are in black, gloss black, and you have the indicators integrated here. As you can see, when I press unlock, it shows up here, and they're pretty nice size for this car. Then you have contrasting black roof to this grey paint over here. And like I said, the biggest change between the Defender models is on the side. 110 is 4-door, this is 90, so again 2-door. At the back also you have the same size wheels, I believe. Yep, 295 section tires, and this is all-wheel drive as standard. Then let's go around the back. So you have a bit of a different camera systems. You have two types of camera systems actually. One's up on the top on the shark fin antenna, and one is on bottom over here, and you have a full-size spare wheel at the back. Then also the tail lights, the design of the tail lights also mimics the older generation with these square models. Again, when I press unlock, you can see the indicators are integrated over here, and you have thin LED lighting at the back, so it looks pretty good because of that. Then what else do you have at the back? Also just the exhaust tips hidden at the back. Then what else? I don't think there's anything else. You also get a skid plate if you go for the urban pack, like I said before. This one, the Defender badge P400. Sorry, again there's a bit of work going on, that's why. So now since we are already at the back, I think we should take a look at the boot space. So this is not a physical handle, it has an electronic switch at the back, and when you press that it opens up. So it's a pretty hefty tailgate, and it opens all the way at the side. So if you buy one of these, you have to be careful of where you're parking so that you have enough space of opening the door. So you have some space to put stuff here, and you can see most of it is in plastic so that it's easy to clean. This car is essentially meant to go off-road, but this model can't. You shouldn't take such a more high specification model. Then at the back, since this is the 90, again you have a bit of a constraint here. The back space, or I mean the space for your boot, is lower in the 90. So according to the website of Land Rover, you have almost 300 liters of space when the seats are folded up, and you can also drop down the seats. So to do that, you have to press this here, and just a minute. Okay, there we go, and it goes back like that. But just a minute, it's not the headrests are not folded, so that's why, and the seat is pretty back. But if you fold down these seats like I'm showing it to you, you get around 1290 liters of space, which I think is enough. But if you're carrying a lot of people, it might be a bit of an issue for you, so you have to keep that in mind. Then this car has air suspension, so you can lower it or increase the height by using these buttons. You have your lights here, you have a 12-volt socket on this side, you have tethering points on this side, you also have some hooks here, and you have another power outlet, 230 watts 180 watt power supply here, and again some more hooks here. You also have some storage space, but this is taken up by the tire repair kit on this side. And you can, I think you might be noticing the floor mats. It's actually totally plastic and rubberized so that it's easier to clean. You can see it's also on the back of these seats, something that will grip your stuff, and also when it's pretty dirty or muddy by going off-road, you can easily just pipe it down and clean it easily. And you might be wondering what this is. So this is a bar for, to keep the stiffness on the 90 model. So but because of that bar, one thing is a disadvantage, that when you fold down the seats, they don't fold flat. So now that we are done with the back, I think we should take a look at the inside now. So let's take a look at the interior now, and this one has the leather package all the way. Otherwise you basically get cloth on this side and leather in the middle. This one has everything all leather. Since this Defender is meant to be an off-roader and it needs to look tough on the inside also, you can see all the exposed screws on this side, and it showcases just how sturdy it is. This part is body colored. You don't have any different trims. Then this one, again you have some rubberized trim on this side, again easier for cleaning, better than for showing it off. Then on the 90 model, the door, if you might have not noticed, it's pretty long, and you can see how far it extends back from the armrest. So that is something nice. And also, I don't think if you have noticed it, but the doors go all the way to the down, and they cover the sill completely, so that if you go off-road and this part get dirty, and then you open the door, so that for getting out, your pants touch this part and it won't get dirty because it's covered by the doors all the way. This one does not have the optional running boards, but you get it as an option and you can do that. So let's take a look of just take a look at the quality over here on the door trim. So this part is soft touch leather. You have soft touch leather here also. This one, like I said, is rubberized material for easier to cleaning. Then you have your window controls. You just have two because it's just a two-door and you need only two window switches for that. Then this is your controls for the side mirrors. You have your memory seat controls, and on this model specifically, the memory seat controls are pretty important. You have your lock and unlock button here, and this is your door handle in aluminium. Then you have your door pockets, pretty good size, I believe. Then you have your Meridian sound system. It comes as standard on the HSE trims, and you can see it has pretty unique speaker grills. This one is the standard Meridian system though. You can get a higher end Meridian surround system also. So on the side you have the Defender logo on the sill plates. That is your latch for opening the hood. And again, now I think we should take a look at the interior, but before that I just wanted to show you, these are the 14-way adjustable seats. So you have your lumbar adjustments, your seat controls on this side. So now let's take a seat inside the car and I'll show you the interior. Okay, so we are here at the interior of the Defender, and what we have to do is first let me just start up the systems. So to start the system, you have the start stop button here, and let me just press that, and the system has started. So you can see you have your digital driver's display here, and let me just show you the system. Before that, I'll talk about the quality of the interior. So you have leather on the top, which is again soft touch, and you have your rubberized material here, again easier for cleaning. Then you have some space on this side. Because of that, you can keep your stuff or even the key on this side, and it will have a nice space of storage. You have some plastic trim inside. It is hard plastic, but this car is meant for off-roading, and all the materials are made for easier cleaning. So over here you can see the blind spot monitoring is switched on. Then what do we have? Currently the AC is on. Just a minute, let me just lower the fan speed, okay, so that it doesn't come into the interior, the sound and the microphone. So that's what you have your AC vents up at the top, and you can see all the way. Then you have your grab handles here. You have pretty sturdy grab handles, again in soft touch leather, and you have your Defender logo embossed on this piece of plastic over here. You have your small USB port here, and this is a USB-A. Then you have some more storage space on this side. You have some more storage space behind the screen. Okay, so the screen is when the Defender launched, it launched with this PV Pro system across the whole JLR range, which you can see now. So this PV Pro system I'm pretty familiar with because I've already made videos with two cars that have this system. That's the Jaguar F-Pace 2021 and the 21 model year of the Range Rover Velar. But I'll just explain it to you in a bit short. So you have your navigation, phone and media shortcuts on this screen. This is the main screen. So this way, this is the standard home screen. You can edit it if you want any other tiles on this. Then you press that, and that takes you to your home, actual apps that you have on this. So this is your seat controls, where you can control the seat ventilation and everything. But currently I can't show you all that because the car is not switched on. Then we go home. Then you have again you have your climate controls, where you can adjust where the ventilation, the air flows across all of the car. You have your cameras. Like I said, this has the 360-degree camera. One thing I don't like about this is that they don't let you swipe across like the other models, like the German brands have, like the BMW and Audi, even the Mercedes, for example. Here you can see it showcases all the cars from different angles, and when I switch on the indicator, it will show you on the screen as well. So that's all. And this is your off-road camera. It basically shows you a front view and your views across the wheel, so that it's easier to place the car, and if you press this, it shows you a top-down view, so that currently the camera is switched off, but when you're going across on off-road like rock crawling or something, you can use that to easily adjust the car and place it properly. Then you go back at home. You can you have your valet mode, which switches off all the screens and just allows so that nobody can interfere with your settings. You have your eco data. You have your 4x4 modes. So what do you say? This one has like 4x4 information, like your altitude, your bearing and all, compass bearing and all this stuff, and the degree the car is set up on. Then you have there's a lot of systems. You have weight sensing. So what weight sensing is, currently since it's in normal height, it is showing that the car can go through maximum of 0.8 meters of river or water. But if you increase the height of the air suspension, it will increase that size, number also. Then you have your different settings on that. You have your TR info configure. Your TR is the terrain response. You have your eco, comfort, grass, gravel or snow. You have your mud ruts, sand and rock crawl. Then you can configurable. TR means that you can personalize how you want the stuff to be according to you. Then basically like an ego mode in the Lamborghini, for example, you can just switch it off. If you want the comfort suspension with the engine in different response setting, you can do that. You have your low traction launch, which basically helps in if you're in a low traction situation, which means that it will help you in snow or sand where you're stuck, and it will help you to get out from that. Then what else you have? You have your vehicle dimensions. Suppose if you're going through some car park, it will help you. For some reason it's switched off. Just a minute. The screen is switched off for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe some battery issues because this car is not on a trickle charger. So basically, if you want to know more about that, you can check my videos, which I'll leave a link on them up above. You can see the systems. I've explained it much more in detail for the Jaguar F-Pace video. Then you have a gear selector here. You go down for drive, you push up for reverse and neutral. You can push it on the side and go into sport mode, and then you press P, it goes into park. And it handles all the parking brake and everything is integrated into one button, so that is something nice. Then you have your hill descent control here, your auto start stop, your climate controls here. This is your terrain response system, but currently the screen is off, so that's why I can't show it to you. Then your dials also have a bit of a setting. This one does not have heated seats, so when you press it, it will go to activate the heated seat, but this one does not have that option. Then this is your switch for volume and to switch off or on the screen, but I'm pressing that, but there's no response from the screen. Then this is to control your fan speed. You can increase it or decrease it using this, and then go back again. Then you have your traction control and your low range gearbox here. Then here you have a lot of space, which is rubberized again for easier cleaning. You have your 12 volt here. Then you have your USB, USB-C and a nano SIM card slot here for that 4G hotspot connection. Then you have a tray here, and you have wireless charging on this one, and you have a fridge also. And currently the car is switched off, so I cannot switch it on. But you have your settings, fridge over here. You can get a bench seat on the 90 model on the lower end trims. So now let's come to the digital driver's display. You have a lot of configurability on this model also. So for example, if I press this, now the vehicle, it will show you your warnings, tire information, etc. Then you can go ahead, it will show you your trip computer. You can then check display. Now on this display, you can actually change the layout of this. You press that, you go 2 dial. You can go also on 1 dial, which showcases the rev counter in the middle and the speed or just in the middle of that. You can go full map, which showcases a full map across. Since the car is switched off, it's not showing it. Then you have your media, because it will show you all your radio controls on this side or radio stations, for example. If you go for your driver set assistance part, it will showcase all that driver information on that side. That's all in the layouts, but my favorite personally is this 1 dial. I like to keep the rev counter and speedo in the middle, and it looks good like that. And you have your map also on that side if you want to keep it that way. Then you can go back this way. You can also, when you are in this 1 dial setting, you can also configure what you want on the right information panel, what you want on the left. Then we can go back, and this is your display. And that's all there is to show. So that was all in the driver's display. I showed you a little bit of that, but certainly this screen switched off. Then I just wanted to show you the controls on the steering wheel. So you have 2 Defenders here now because that's switched off. So you have controls on the screen, like you have your phone settings, you have your favorite button, you have your volume control, you have a voice assistant, and this is for seeking across the radio controls. When you press this, it changes and you got more settings like this. On normal Range Rovers and all, you get this in gloss black, but since Defender is meant to be practical and easier to clean and stuff, you get this way. It's in black plastic, easier to clean. On this side, all you have here is the cruise control settings on this side. Then you have your light controls here and your indicators. Then you have your wiper controls here. You have your steering wheel control, which is, where is it? I can't find it. It's over here on the side. You can push it, you can go up that way. So this one, you can get this in dark plastic also, dark gray color. This one is in a lighter gray. And generally speaking, the space inside the Defender is pretty good. I have a lot of headroom, something I don't say very often. Then also in the driving position I am, for me, which is comfortable. Actually, my point of view, let me see if I can show it to you. From my point of view, I have a pretty nice view over the road. I can easily see the corners and where the hood or the front bumper ends. So it also has a nice, this means it has a nice commanding driving position, and it is a very big car and pretty comfortable also. I don't think anybody should have a problem in this car for space. But if you, for that means we'll have to check that back seat out first. So what I'll do is, let me just show you the glove box first, and then we'll head on to the back seat. So the glove box is also a decent size, and that's all for the storage spaces on the Defender. So the wood trim also, I forgot to show you, has this exposed screws and everything, which again shows you the rugged nature of this car. So that's all in the front. And now let me just show you the top. You have your sunglasses holder here. You have your controls for your blinds or sunroof. You can see over here, it opens totally. Let me just close this up. Let me open the blinds only. So you press it. This one has the panoramic sunroof. You can also get a folding fabric roof. And you can see it opens all the way to the back. And the sunroof covers completely to the back seat guys also. So now you have also a frameless mirror at the back. And I think this one has the clear view mirror, clear view sight, which is basically the camera which I showed you on the top of the shark fin antenna. This helps you adjust that. Then what else you have? I don't think there is anything else. So now I think let's take a look at the back seat. Okay, so to get into the back seat, it's a bit of a process. So what you have to do is, first you have to pull this tab here, and it folds the seat back down. Then what you have to do is, since this has the electric seat controls, you have to press this and hold it. It will take the seat all the way in the front. As you can see, it moves. It's a bit slow, but it moves all the way in the front just for easier access. Now as you can see, it has moved. Now it is moved. So now you can see you have an access to the back seats, and this way if you can get inside. So to get inside, it's a bit of a process. So let me just get inside and I'll show it to you. I'm here at the back seats now, so let me just fold down that back seat now. So you do that, and then you press the seat button that is at the back to help you push the seat backwards. And let's see how much space we have. Okay, so now at this setting, let my father sit in the front, so that I'll give you an idea of how much space there is. So if my father is 6'1", and he has just about enough space to sit comfortably in the front. And at the back seats, I also have enough knee room so that I can sit comfortably, and my headroom is also enough, but if I go here, it touches the roof because due to the mechanism of the panoramic sunroof, so that's okay. But because my head comes directly over the sunroof, so I don't have an issue. Then you have this roof panel here, which lets in a lot more light at the back, and this is standard on all Defenders. So this you have over here some hooks, I think so, yep, that's for the hooks. Then you have a nice grab handle on this side. You have again trimmed in leather handrest with enough space to keep some things. Then you have these seats are again trimmed in the same leather as in the front, and you have I think enough amount of space. I might even be able to fit just behind my driving position, but I won't do that. And then we have your armrest, which is not covered by cup holders. That's something I hate. I like how the cup holders have been integrated in the front, so that you have your space for your elbow. Then at the back, in the center of the seat, you have your air vents, your controls for your climate, and you have 2 USB-Cs and another 12-volt socket at the bottom. So that's all to show. And you have some cup holders right over there. I'm not sure if you can see. Maybe on this side I can show it to you. Yep. You have your cup holders on this side just for some space.
and you have your Meridian speaker systems here.
So that's all there is to show at the back. So that was the video on the 2021 Land Rover Defender. Hope you enjoyed it a lot, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like and comment down below on what features of the Defender you like the most. And my channel is just above 800 now, and we are aiming for that 1000 subscriber mark. So don't forget to subscribe also, and hit that bell notification icon and press all so that you get the notifications as soon as I upload the latest videos. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.